Today, we're doing a dessert that isn't exactly just popping some Toll House in the oven. It takes some technique, and it's actually Julie Child's favorite recipe. Welcome back to Bourdain.
Everybody should know how to use a knife.
Use everything, waste nothing. Let's start at the beginning.
It ain't that hard, okay?
Hope you're doing well. My name is Mitch May. I am working through Anthony Bourdain's cookbook, Every Freaking Recipe, for the first freaking time. Another freaking sounds like it is needed. Today, we are making Îles Flotantes. We're taking meringue, poaching it, and making a crème anglaise, which is basically a delicious custard. Also, today's video is pretty unique because my friend who actually met working in the restaurant, he is a cinematographer. His name's Andrew, and he filmed this video. So without further ado, I got Bourdain's book linked down below in the description. If you'd like to check it out, let's get moving. To begin, we have 8 eggs at room temperature. Separate the whites into the mixing bowl and reserve 4 egg yolks. We maneuver around the extension cord bought on Amazon Prime Day and whisk. Bourdain says the idea is to whisk slowly to break up the whites, add a pinch of salt, and then increase the speed to get soft peaks. This is when we add the 6 ounces of sugar. We whisk further for about a minute or two and get peaks. I think I actually got too thick of peaks. I gotta stop saying that word so much. I'm not certain. If you know more about meringue, please fire away in the comments. It is now time to poach the meringue in 2 cups of milk. We bring that up to a boil and then reduce to a simmer. We now shape the meringue into quenelles or quenelles. Shout out to my friend, the benevolent chef on Instagram. He literally sent me a video how to do this. He knows what he's doing. I clearly don't. And here we go. I try my best to shape these using the 2 soup spoons that have been warmed in the water. It's hard to describe exactly how to do this, but you use 1 spoon to shape and the other to hold. From there, when we're mildly happy with the shape, we nestle it into our warm milk. I noticed the milk was getting a skin on top of it. Not too crazy about that, but after 2 minutes, we flip the quenelles. After another 2 minutes, we remove to cool on a paper towel. Not too crazy about the milk dangling there, but that is what it is. I did make an attempt to shape a larger quenelles with a large spoon and just go into the bowl and use the shape of the bowl to help shape the quenelle. They turned out okay, but upon poaching these things, they blew up like triple the size and they did not look too pretty at all. We give them a flip and they are just not it, man. They do not look that great. I don't know what happened, but I don't use these for plating. I don't even eat them. We then strain the milk because we're going to use this to make our crème anglaise. At this point, Bourdain says that you should add a little milk to equal 2 cups. We don't even have 1 cup, so this tells me we were probably cooking this way too high. We then break out real vanilla bean. I never worked with vanilla beans before. Like, this is pretty cool. Bourdain calls for half a vanilla bean. I say we go with 1 whole one, and that will go into our milk mixture. We bring that up to a boil and then take it off heat to infuse with the vanilla. While that's hanging out, we take our 4 egg yolks and 4 ounces of sugar and whisk until it is nice and combined. From here, it gets a little complex. We bring the milk back to a boil and add to our egg yolk mixture, whisking until fully combined. I opted to do little by little as to not get too much heat to curdle these egg yolks. After mixing thoroughly, we add this mixture back to our milk in the pot over low heat and stir constantly with a wooden spoon until this magically begins to thicken. And good Lord, Andrew, look at this shot. This man, he makes really good, he takes good shots. He really does. Anyway, the mixture has thickened and it is now time to chill it. In an ice bath, we're gonna let this hang out until it comes to room temperature or at least stops steaming. I move it to the fridge. While this is doing its thing, cooling off, I decide to poach some quenelles in water. It didn't work out at all. They blew up, they looked crappy, just another experiment for me. Bourdain calls for slivered almonds. I decided to slice them my own and unsuccessfully kind of just minced them up. But it is time to plate. We add a nice ladle of our crème anglaise, maybe 2 ladles, doesn't hurt. Our little islands rest on top. I decided to try to make like a flower pattern. We top with our sliced almonds and that is it, Îles Flotantes. This was pretty challenging. The actual crème anglaise was phenomenal. The islands themselves, they straight up tasted like egg whites and freaked me out. I do not like the flavor of egg whites. Definitely gonna try this again. I could see toasting the meringue possibly just to get a nice little color contrast and flavor contrast as well. It's time to clean up. Thank you for spending your time with me. This was Back to Bourdain.
Stay organized, clean up after yourself. You do the best you can.